Welcome to an episode of You Haven't Read What? I'm Krista.
And I'm Christina. Join us to explore unique genres, childhood favorites, and literary classics as we dive into each other's favorite reads.
Where one of us is very familiar with the book, the other is reading for the very first time. Let's go!
Hello! It's one of
Welcome
those.
to another remote version of You Haven't Read What?
I know, right? We haven't done one of these in a little while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
I'm just in a weird spot with my husband doing a lot of travel, so I can't leave the kids alone.
I know, right?
I have one kid here and
Yep.
the others on her own.
Right. Sometimes I do wish you could just be like, okay, I'm going to go down the street for 10 minutes and then I'll come back.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Oh
Man. Though
my
mom's best friend actually used to go on walks with her husband when the kids were at home and sleeping, and they live in a cul-de-sac, so they literally just did circles in the cul-de-sac.
I learned when our first was born, we lived in Maryland and kind of outside Annapolis. We lived on like 2 acres. I knew exactly how far I could mow and still have the monitor work.
Nice.
Like I knew how far into the yard I could go before the monitor was like, nah, you've gone too far.
That's awesome.
I did like an acre and a half away from the house mowing.
Right. I mean, that's a good range.
I'd be like, why didn't you mow the last, 100 feet of the yard?
Yeah, that side's wild. Who cares?
The deer like it. It's fine.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm in a football mood.
Right? Exactly.
You're in splitter season.
Yeah, there's a reason for that I probably shouldn't say on air. Let's just say I got stuff in the laundry, so sweatshirts come out.
The delicate load's being done.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I figured, I know we're going to be way past Halloween by this point, but I couldn't help not having my cute little new
reading ghost.
Yeah, my little reading ghost.
At first glance, I thought the ghost just had like a really big mouth. Then I realized he was holding a book. And I was like,
yeah. Well, and Cassie gives me such a hard time because I don't care about seasons. Like if I like something, it usually stays out. Like I have maybe 6 towels for my kitchen, if that, and 2 of them are Halloween. Two of them might be Valentine's Day, and 2 of them are just like plain whatever. And I just don't care. Like I don't care about any of that. And like if I like something, it's gonna stay out. And I have a feeling this guy's gonna end up having a permanent place somewhere because he's adorable and I think he's cool.
I have no problem with that. I kind of go through some seasons that I'm like, yeah, I have stuff, and then other times like it's like Christmas is really the one that I'm like, I've got towels, I've got really a lot of specific stuff.
Yeah.
But every other season, I'm pretty sure I pulled out a Halloween towel in May.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, whatever, who cares? But if and if I really like something, I mean, you will see different, like I have a Christmas dog at my front door that I have out all the time. It just says welcome. He's got a little thing around and he's got a Christmas hat. But I'm like, whatever. He's adorable. He's a cute little welcome thing. So I'm like, whatever. But yeah. Okay. Well,
anyway.
Should we get started?
We shall get started.
Okay. Because these chapters. Let's
I think
do
you
our
gave me a warning. We're going to earn our explicit rating tonight.
Probably. Oh, I mean, I only really did one giant curse word. The rest of them, my daughter would say, you said the H word. You said the S word. You said the C word. So I tried to keep it a little light. But yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
So what was last week?
So last week we're on Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Yep.
In case you're skipping around episodes. I don't know why you would do that. That'd be very confusing.
Unless you've read the books and you've got certain parts of the book that are your favorite.
In that case, I'm just going to say the chapter titles, no book names. Good luck. Figure it out.
There you go.
But last week we did chapters 32 and 33, which were Flesh, Blood, and Bone. And then 33 was the Death Eaters, where they all got unmasked and revealed as to who they all were. So this week we're doing 2 chapters through the end of the book. So it means we just have 1 week left after this week.
Yep.
So this week is 34 and 35, which are Priori Incantatum. Incantatum. There we go. And Veritaserum, which I pointed out last week, are both things we have heard about earlier in this book.
Yes, they are.
Priori Incantatum, prior incantation. We did this with Winky and the wand.
Yep.
And Veritaserum is what Snape kept threatening to give Harry to find out who has been stealing the Polyjuice potion.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
I should say the ingredients for the Polyjuice potion.
Yeah.
Not the Polyjuice potion.
You know, when Hermione becomes a cat.
For Hermione.
It makes me laugh. Because she totally deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
So, anyways. So, chapter 34
My summary is now we duel. We revisit Voldemort's previous spells, which are all super cheery.
Right.
And we take Cedric back home.
Yes.
Are you believing now that he's actually dead?
I mean, we have a ghost, but he asks him to take his body back because, like,
my mom and dad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is he an only child?
I think so. I'm 99% sure.
That would make me even sadder.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cedric. I'm getting a lot of things about
somebody else.
Only child. Yeah, Cedric.
Cedric's not really a known name in the States. It's not like a big name. That face.
So it kind of depends who you ask. Let me go to the official Harry Potter wiki here. Species, human, gender, family members, mom, dad. No, okay. So the official Harry Potter wiki says he wasn't an only child.
Okay.
There are lots of fan fictions that he has 2 older twin siblings that were significantly older, but there's no, that's not really true.
Okay. Well, so at the beginning of this chapter, we get into the dueling part of things with Voldemort. And the fact that, so he gets released from the headstone by the hand. Like he just is able, Wormtail is just able to cut.
I didn't just mess up our sound, did I?
No, I can hear you.
Good.
Okay.
I was I'm trying to put my little dude to make sure he's not moving. I'm trying to mount him up and I accidentally bumped and hit a button on my little mixing board. I was like, oh, shoot. Sorry. Continue. Yes.
So Wormtail's hand can just cut things.
It is a powerful magical hand. Yes.
Well, it's a silver hand, so I was a little confused.
What he does with that?
Oh, yikes! Ow. Anyways, because my mind went a bunch of different places on that statement. But
it took me a minute to finish setting up my second monitor to make sure he stays put.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the silver hand can cut through rope and stuff like that. He comes back and gives Harry the wand, and they start dueling. And Voldemort is literally dueling a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old. He's almost 15.
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm sorry, but how are you the bigger guy? Like seriously, you're trying to fight a 14-year-old that doesn't know all of the magic out there. Like,
And you're torturing him?
right. But I love that he is holding his ground as well.
Yes.
He's like, he's not going to force me to like bend to his will. Like, obviously he does end up bowing, but he's like, I won't do this. Like he's in his mind, he is holding his ground.
That's what I made. That was actually my first notice. I was like, it's very smart / Gryffindor of him to not run away.
Right. Well,
and yeah, thankfully we've had, this is weird going into the next chapter. Thankfully, we've had Moody to teach him how to fight.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Curses. But Crucio, he can't do anything about, and it just freaking sucks.
Yeah, that one just sucks. But the fact that he also decides to be like his dad, like in that moment, he's like, I'm going to be like my dad, and I am going to stand up tall and straight. And I'm going to I'm not going to die lying down. Like, I am literally going to fight this guy.
Yep.
And that's cool.
And especially when you've got the literally Voldemort bow to death.
Right.
Like, repeat. Like I said, he's saying this multiple times.
Right.
And yep. And there's no help to be had. And yeah, I wrote, he will die upright just like James did.
Right. And that he ended up being able to break the Imperio curse, I think is great, because yes, he worked on it, but he also he knows he's in it, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to, I am not going to stay here as much as I'm not in pain. My leg isn't broken here. All of that stuff. He's like, no, I won't. Also,
and even bowing's not a big deal.
Right.
It just why not kind of thing. It didn't harm anybody or
but he doesn't want to bow to Voldemort.
Just that initial the buck stops here.
Right.
And no further. Mm-hmm. And what I say goes.
Right.
Yeah, that very early no.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah.
Surprises Voldemort.
Oh, for sure. Because he thinks everybody should just bow to him anyway.
I think that's also when he realized he wasn't fighting a 14-year-old.
Right. He's fighting somebody that's a little bit more
wise beyond his years, thanks to the life that Voldemort has forced him into.
Yep, exactly. Yep, for sure. Now, with the dueling that happens, we get some weird stuff with the wands going on.
Weird shit that goes down.
Right? And the fact that Harry automatically knew it was a Phoenix song.
He's heard that before.
How? Obviously Dumbledore's Phoenix, right? Is that how he completely is oh, I've heard this before. I know exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's Phoenix, Fox sang down in the Chamber of Secrets. When he was down there.
Okay.
So he has heard the song.
Okay.
He's this sounds familiar.
Right.
And then we know both wands have Phoenix cores.
Right. Okay. Yep. For sure. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. So the Phoenix song is what is essentially creating this gold band between the two, and then creates kind of this force field with them and moves them.
Yeah.
Up a hill.
Moves is weird. And again, I'll throw out little mini spoilers every now and then. I just rewatched the 4th movie because I love it so much. Mm-hmm. And in the movie, they don't move. Just the field forms around them. And I like that so much better.
Yeah, it was weird that they move to a different spot, up a hill, and everybody chases them, especially when later on Harry has to be able to get back down to the portkey and stuff. I thought that was a little weird because why move somebody that you're trying to help and rescue farther away than where they need to be?
Well, so both wands are trying to help their owners.
Oh, I
Because they're
get
both
it.
Phoenix.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
And so.
And that's what the little golden raindrop or whatever he's fighting through the thing.
Yeah, that is kind of some sort of pairing, I'm going to call it, between two similar cores.
Okay.
That it'll like force this priori incantatum spell. Sure, I'm saying that wrong.
Right.
I keep wanting to say incantatum and there's no R in there.
Right. Yeah.
So that's kind of the silver spell. They're just shooting back and forth and who's going to overpower the other.
Okay. And then, so the little dot goes to Voldemort. And that's when the people start coming out of the wands.
Yes.
First we get Cedric, and then we get...
Because Voldemort did not kill Cedric.
No, but it was used. His wand was used by Wormtail.
Wormtail used his wand, yes.
Yes.
It's the wand spell, not the carrier spell.
Right. So
just
then we also have Bertha and Frank.
Oh, first Frank, then Bertha.
Okay. I wrote them down. Why am I not? Yeah.
I love Frank. That's like, I knew he was a wizard. Like,
right.
Something was weird here.
Get him, boy. You've got this.
Yeah. Chap.
Right. And then, so Bertha comes out and then his parents come out and so what's weird is it's just the ones, like it's just those three and then his parents. Like, did nothing happen with the wand between the parents and essentially Bertha at that point?
No, because Wormtail wouldn't have found him yet.
Okay. But where was the wand the whole time?
I don't really know where his wand was.
Okay. I mean, he couldn't have had his wand when he was becoming like all of these things, like to get to the weird forest. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good question.
Okay. So his parents come out and he's like, the mom is like, wait for your dad.
Yeah.
And then the dad's like,
Voldemort killed James first.
Right.
And then Lily.
Yes.
So that's why she came out first, because everything's in reverse.
And then James comes out and is basically like, okay, here's the plan. Like, this is what you need to go do.
I want to know what all I'm going to call them ghosts. They're not ghosts, but the spirits, the souls, whatever, are saying to Voldemort as they go around.
Oh, I know, right?
Encouraging Harry about like, okay, come on, you got this. Hang on.
Right.
And then he can see them talking to Voldemort. I'm like, what is it? What are they saying?
Right. Exactly. Like, you killed us. But he doesn't seem like he seems scared. He seems to be in fear. But like,
you know what's going on.
Which is weird.
It's not common.
Okay. Is it because the two wands are from the same phoenix that they're fighting each other? Good and bad. Or
so they're like brother wands.
Okay.
So they don't want to hurt each other.
I swear there was a Power Rangers episode like that where they were like, one's an evil twin and one's a good twin, and then they have to fight each other. I don't know if I'm making that up,
amazing.
but
I'm gonna kind of need to look that up after this.
I have a feeling there is an episode like that. But
I was never super into Power Rangers, but now I'm very curious.
Grew up with brothers, so
I did too.
You know, yeah, you had one brother. I had 3 in my house,
but I did have the one Power Rangers thing I can tell you is red was my brother's favorite color, and the red Power Ranger was named Jason.
Yeah.
My brother's
if I remember correctly, red was the hottest of them all too.
All right. Would not have thought that way if I was relating it to my brother. So
true. I always do find it weird when people date their like people that are like named after like a father or brother or whatever. Like, I dated somebody that was named Kyle, and that was my little brother's nickname growing like as a kid, or still close. I guess. But I'm just like, yeah, no, that's weird. Yeah, thinking back, it was like weird. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I want to know what they're all saying to Voldemort, just cussing at him.
Probably. Probably. Exactly that. Or Lily's probably like cursing him out. Like,
yeah, right.
Stop touching my son.
You stole my son from me, and
right.
Do it again.
Okay, so the ghosts are doing what to Voldemort when Harry finally takes his wand and he runs? Like,
basically they just blind him.
And then from there he's like, oh, because they disappear. And then he goes, get them or get him. Like, but he's mine. I was a little confused. So, like, maybe stupefy him, maybe in a way. Like, don't kill him, but stupefy him. That's
what he wants. And we will come back to this because in the next chapter, this comes up again. Even when the Death Eaters were running up the hill, they're asking for instructions. They are afraid to touch Harry. They are afraid to do anything that would make Voldemort mad.
Right.
So Voldemort wants to be the one to kill Harry for whatever reason, power trip, whatever.
Right.
Voldemort wants to be the one to do it.
Right.
And so that's why they are so scared about what to do with him.
Which is funny because, like, thinking of Lucius being a part of this group, asking, like, what he's supposed to do and, like, being the puppet essentially when he is so fierce and like so in charge in his normal life. Like, it's just so weird to see it and to like read it, I guess.
Yeah.
Because speaking of power trips, like he totally has one all the time. But yet now we've got Voldemort and he is like, what do I do, master? I can't do anything.
Well, and how many situations are there that like this is a little extreme, but even in like a normal work environment where you have a boss that's a jerk.
Yeah.
And so the next guy on the totem pole is terrified of him, but then just takes that out on everyone else around him.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of how a lot of the Death Eaters are, not just Lucius, one we're most familiar with.
Right.
McNair a little bit.
Yeah. He's just an evil, black-hearted guy anyway.
Exactly.
The way he's written.
We know, obviously, Crabbe and Goyle's kids, so they're probably super cheery people.
Tons.
But yeah, I think it's kind of that, like, you're so terrified of the man on top that you don't give a shit about anybody else.
Right.
You're just going to crap all over them.
Right, for sure.
Nothing compared to the fear you have with this one.
Right. Okay, so Harry gets back to the cup and Cedric. Yes, he gets it to come to him because I was like, well, he's literally trying to drag Cedric and he's also trying to like get this cup and he's like, oh, I'll just make it come to me.
Wait a minute, task 1.
Right. But then he takes the port key and he goes, and Voldemort's screaming after him. Like, crazy. I was like, why didn't Voldemort touch him or like whatever and go in the port key too? Or was he already basically like smoke at that point? Like Harry's just like gone? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you disappear instantly with the port keys. That's not a like
right, yeah.
It's just you're gone.
Okay.
I can't stamp right them. Like I'm struggling with it.
But this is where my word, like I'm just like, fuck, what the hell is going on now? Like, really?
Well, also the end of this chapter is such a false lead into the next chapter.
Yep.
The end of this chapter is such as uplifting. They were going back.
Yeah.
Harry had done it. He had, sure, Voldemort had come back. Cedric was dead. Shitty things had gone down.
Right. But he got away.
He has gotten away.
And essentially he won.
Cedric. They are going back together. We're done. Our sprint is finished.
Yep.
JK.
Yeah, I know. Well, and not, yes. But then like, he is literally like, he lets go of the tournament cup. He could care less about that, but he will not let go of Cedric because he is so in his brain that he has to get Cedric back to his parents, which I think is absolutely amazing.
It's
Yeah, and like Fudge is like, let go, like you have to let go, and I'm just like, dude.
So Christina has very, very nicely brought us into chapter 35.
Sorry. Yes.
I let you go. I didn't stop you.
But I think the crappy part that really pisses me off about this whole situation is how no one can shut their freaking mouths and not say a word at all about Cedric because his parents are in the crowd.
Right there.
Like, come on, people. Like, have a heart. Like, why are we screaming about it? Like, obviously, they're about to have a shock of their life. But, like, why? Why? It just...
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos happening there.
Yeah. And then Fudge. Like, I don't understand, like the whole situation with Fudge there just is like, why are you demanding something when Dumbledore is also trying to handle the situation and all these spectators, like I just thought of too, like Dumbledore should have put like some weird like protection around them and be like, nobody can see and nobody can like stop. Like, yeah nobody can just
too late.
Possibly.
But I also like the description of Harry just laying there. He just lay there smelling the grass.
Yep.
Waiting for someone to do something.
Yeah.
He's just done.
Well, and I don't blame him. He's hurting. Like
he's hurting.
Every part of his body is hurting. His leg is broken. Like the whole nine. Hopefully, Lockhart doesn't come and make his leg jelly.
I'll come and save the day.
Bone regrowth.
But that's where he lets go of the cup, grabs Dumbledore, and the only two words out of his mouth, the only two words he says is "he's back."
Yep.
Is all Harry can say.
Yep.
You can't blame him.
Well, and then when everybody's trying to yell at him to let go of Cedric, he's like, but his parents, I promised I'd bring him back to his parents. Bring him back. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm just like, okay,
dude.
So maybe
now let go.
Right. And Dumbledore is like trying to like control this situation
and figure out what the fudge just happened
with Fudge. But he's getting pulled into too many ways because he's trying to figure out Harry and keep Harry safe and not have him go anywhere because he's worried now. And he also needs to talk to Cedric's parents and he needs to figure out what the heck's going on. And like, there's just a lot. It's like a circus for him. And yet
Dumbledore is also 3 steps ahead now going, who did this?
Right, exactly.
Who turned this into a port key? Where did he go?
Right.
Voldemort has to come back to the school, right? Like he didn't come back with the port key. Like,
right.
He's got a lot of shit he's working through.
Yep, exactly. And like in some ways, like Dumbledore is kind of like the key holder in this way where he's just like, okay, here are all of the pieces and puzzles going on and they're all starting to click, because he even says it later in the chapter that as soon as he sees this one thing, it all clicked into
together.
Yes. And
which is like, actually my summary for the chapter.
Right.
Is Dumbledore learns everything also.
Right. Yep.
I also said, this is where we get our bad guy monologue.
Again. The second bad guy.
Kind of. Voldemort didn't monologue to Harry. He was
monologuing
his Dementors.
To his audience.
His Death Eaters.
Yeah. I mean, they could be Dementors. Okay, so supposedly Harry's going to the hospital wing, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So, okay, and cool.
He gives Mad Eye. Mad Eye grabs him after Dumbledore has said, stay here.
Well, and at first I was like, oh, Moody's got him. Like, sweet.
We're good.
Right. And then he forces Harry to drink something. And I'm like, what is he making him drink?
He doesn't take him to hospital wing.
Yeah, he locks him in his room. And then I'm like, wait, what? I was like, is the drink a truth serum? Like, what's going down his throat right now? And then I go, is Moody the bad guy? Because I'm like, but I literally wrote 1, 2, 3, 4 times what the hell with question marks and exclamation points throughout this chapter. I kept going, what the hell? Like, what is going on? What?
Yep.
Come on. Like, and then I was like, it's Moody. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But
Moody gets the TLDR going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Harry gives him the summary. Moody's questions. He is very curious about how the Death Eaters were treated.
Yeah. Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. He says Karkaroff ran, won't get far.
Yeah, because Voldemort always has his way, or what does he say?
Yeah.
Has his ways of catching him or something like that. And
Something
I'm
like that.
Huh? Okay.
Yep. And then I wrote in big capital letters, Moody behind everything.
Right. It is. It's Moody. And then we have a door crashing open.
Well, hold on. First,
okay.
Well, yeah. So first, Moody explains he is behind everything. And by everything, he put him in the Triwizard Tournament. He's the reason his name came out of the Goblet of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
He was behind the Dark Mark at the Quidditch World Cup.
Yep.
He was behind the Port Key.
Yes.
He knew he helped him in Task 1. He gave him the whole idea to summon his broom. Like, we knew that. But he's the reason he survived Task 1. We learn he's the reason he survives Task 2.
Right.
He owes Moody some socks.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave Neville the book at the end of the Unforgivable Curses chapter. The book that he gave them.
Yep, would have helped him with number 2. Yep.
Which should have helped him with number 2, but he doesn't talk to Neville enough.
Well, it's not just that, but he's a very private person where he doesn't he likes to do things himself.
It's true. And then we also know he stunned Fleur and Imperious Crumb to attack Cedric in the maze to make sure Harry got to the cup.
Right.
He did all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All of that.
He helped Harry cheat to win.
Kind of.
I
mean, he still had to finish the task on his own.
True. Yes.
That's not so much the third one.
Not the third one. He did not have to do a single thing in the third one.
Yeah. And then just before Voldemort comes busting in the door.
Dumbledore, not Voldemort.
Sorry.
Because I was like, if that was the story, could you imagine what the story would be like if Voldemort started busting through that door?
Ooh. We're done. There's no more books left. Harry's dead.
I don't think so.
Bust down the door.
It's like, what is that one where witches can't pass salt lines or something like that? Hogwarts would be similar to that for Voldemort.
My phone's not staying up, so I'm just moving it out of the way.
Okay.
But then this is where, before Dumbledore comes busting down the door, let me restart the sentence here. Moody keeps saying, Voldemort will be so pleased when I finish what he attempted to do tonight by killing Harry Potter.
Which he will not be happy about.
I was about to say, if you kill Harry Potter, you dead, sir.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He would not be happy at all.
Oh.
Not after everything we see in the graves.
Exactly. That's why I was like, we're going to come back to this.
Yep, for sure.
Because, Moody keeps being like, look how proud he's going to be of me. And I was like, meh.
He would be more proud if you brought Harry Potter to him again.
Yes.
Somehow, I don't know, take him
somehow.
Yeah, back. Create another port key, something like that.
Still have a dog under my desk.
Aw.
But only one. My other ran away.
The big fluffy one ran away?
Oh, yeah. The big Lolly.
Yeah,
my,
Lolly.
Potato is gone. R2, my people pleaser, is at my feet.
Right.
He's running asleep. It keeps catching the corner of my eye. And I'm like, what is down there?
It's a tarantula.
Ginormous lab. All right. So Harry has been watching the whole time as Moody is actually doing a bad guy monologue.
Yeah.
With the faux glass.
Yes.
Learned about way back in chapter whatever I read with my daughter tonight.
Yep.
He's seen things coming clearer and clearer and clearer focused. And he's seen 3 enemies come closer and closer and closer.
3 enemies to Moody. And
Not
it's
Moody, but yes.
Dumbledore, Snape, and McGonagall.
I have a dog back.
We got a lolly.
My
Hello,
potato's
lolly.
back. Oh, goodbye, potato.
I know, right?
Just making sure I'm still here. She probably fell asleep and woke up and was like, oh.
Right. But Dumbledore stupefies.
He busts
Moody.
down the door, and I love this line from Harry that he's like, I finally understand why Dumbledore was the only wizard Voldemort ever feared.
Just looking at his face, I can
His face
imagine.
comes through this door.
Yep.
I was like, that is amazing.
Yep.
It's a great visual.
It is. And I really hope that visual is going to be part of the movie. Because it'd be nice. Like an angry Dumbledore.
Yes. Oh.
But yeah, so Moody is stupefied and laying on the ground, stunned. And
McGonagall tries to take him away.
Tries to take Harry away to the hospital wing.
Him.
Yes. Yeah. But Dumbledore's like, nope. We have to, the more that Harry knows, the better his recovery will be. Which,
yes. He says he needs to understand to accept, and he has to accept to recover. And I was like, ooh, somebody's done 12 steps.
A lot of that is definitely true in a lot of ways. I think the one thing that we sometimes forget, though, is Harry's 14.
14.
Like, yes, I understand that he needs to like understand what's going on and stuff like that. And I am not like advocating for like keeping the kids or whatever in the dark. But at the same time, like sometimes there are things that like a child doesn't need to know, especially at 14. Though Harry has been through so much in his life that it's hard to remember that that he is only 14. Like sometimes I forget that about Water. Like she's an only child, and like she is one of those kids that just sometimes acts older and sometimes acts younger. Like dinner the other night.
How that pendulum swings.
Right? But yeah, like sometimes I do forget her age, and it's one of those, I feel like I'm talking to another adult sometimes, and I'm like, I gotta step that back a little bit.
Slow that down.
Yeah.
Well, and also even that, but like how much Harry's been through in the last 2 hours.
Right.
I don't even know how long it's been.
Yeah.
But the last couple of hours is kind of maybe not necessarily all of the detail, but he does deserve to know who put him through that.
For sure. Yes, he does. He does. But couldn't we at least fix his leg first? Like, what did Moody give him to drink?
I don't know.
It's never said.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because, like, I am curious, like, is that why maybe he feels more clear? Like, he's actually been healed or something? Like, is it like a healing potion or
just
serum?
Like I don't think healing. I think more like Tylenol.
Okay.
Like pain blocker kind of deal.
Yeah, because he...
Kind of like that, like you feel really good. And what's that, like laughing gas?
Right.
That you kind of forget
when you have a broken leg and all of this other pain, I don't think laughing gas will make that kind of really go away. But I mean, maybe
if you're sitting, it could make you sit there for another 10 minutes.
True. But
run through a whole graveyard and floated and
right. Okay, so Moody's stupefied. He's on the ground. Dumbledore is like, McGonagall, go get the black dog. Take it to my office that's in Hagrid's pumpkin patch. And let him know I'll be with him in just a moment. Then Snape... And
at that moment, everyone goes...
I know, right? I totally know who it is. And then Snape is to go and find Winky and to get his true serum.
Beer to serum. Yep.
Yes. And I was like, ooh, we could use the truth serum. Woo. And it's not Snape using it on Harry this time, like he'd been afraid of. Maybe Harry will get his chance with Cho.
Oh.
It's such a sad way to think of it. But like, I don't know. With that true serum, that was one of the things he was worried about.
He was really worried about?
I know. So,
And they're
okay.
just like, maybe they can heal together. Like, ooh.
Right. But then they leave. They both leave. And it's just Dumbledore, Harry, and Moody.
And we sit and stare at Moody.
Because
And wait for something to happen.
Yep. He has been using polyjuice. And he's not a cat.
Hey.
Woohoo.
And now we get our references to why he's been drinking out of his hip flask and telling everyone he doesn't trust what other people make for him.
Yep. But at the same time, Moody is actually known to do that.
Mm-hmm. But I think he has polyjuice potion in that one. He's
no, he definitely doesn't. He probably has something better than that. But
now we need to start referring to
Moody 1 and Moody 2.
Fake Moody and real Moody.
Or we could just say who he is. It's Crouch's son.
Barty Crouch.
Yes.
Junior.
Yes. So Junior has been impersonating Moody. And he is not dead.
His mommy saved him.
Well, so we find that out when the true serum comes. And he gets I keep loving the word stupefy. It's so much fun. He gets unstupefied. It reminds me of like Mary Poppins in Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins. And it just kind of like that word stupefy. Like I know it's not in that movie, but it kind of just exactly. But yeah,
the song was Stupefy and Expelliarmus.
Right. But anyways, so he's being impersonated, and yeah. What was I gonna say? Okay, so then Dumbledore grabs the keys from Barty from Crouch Jr. and tries all of these little locks on one trunk, and the 7th one is the right one.
Also,
and
magic number 7.
Oh yeah, it's the number.
I thought about it tonight. Again, I am multiple chapters behind us with my oldest, and we were reading tonight about the trunk, and he makes a comment about there's 7 locks, and I was like, why did I not call that out in that chapter? And I was like, well, I can call it out tonight when we record.
Right.
Yes, magical number 7 is back.
Yes, and Moody's in that portion of the trunk, that magical number 7, the real Moody. He's down at the bottom of a hideaway, like a ditch, essentially.
Kind of like the tents from the World Cup.
Yeah.
This chest is just 5 times bigger than it should be on the inside.
Yeah. So he's down there. He's still alive. He just looks a little disheveled and skinnier. And
has to keep him alive for the hair.
Right. Yep.
Or whatever it's been stealing his toenails to put in. I don't know.
Ew.
Sorry.
It just made me think of like...
That's the joke that they make in the second book, is that Ron doesn't want to drink Crab's toenails or whatever.
Well, it just makes me think like if somebody uses a Kleenex and they just use the stuff in a Kleenex, like, ew. Ugh. Okay. Anyways.
I don't think that works. I think it actually has to be part of you.
Isn't that part of you? Your snot?
Not really. Yeah. It's not like a body part, though.
Maybe like your hand.
Christina's making an intense polyjuice potion over there.
Yeah, he becomes a hand. My brain is fried.
Wormtail would be very happy.
Right. So Crouch's son gets the true serum.
Yep.
And Winky comes in as well. And I'm a little confused by her, like, storyline in this part. Like Crouch he does a lot of things. So Crouch Senior obviously admits his son to Azkaban, or puts his son in Azkaban. Then the wife says, hey, like, I know I'm dying, so take me and bring our son home. Swap. Yeah, like, let's swap them. I'm like, okay, okay. And so she dies as her son. But what confuses me is, like, when you die, wouldn't you turn back to normal?
Yep.
Like, so how does she die and not change back to normal? She gets buried.
The Dementors can't see. They can only sense things. They sensed a dying person and then a dead person. So they said that she would have turned back after she was buried or before she was buried, but the Dementors can't see.
Okay. So she is buried as him. Her funeral is empty. Like, her casket's empty. And he is still alive, but he's being used on this, like, curse.
Dad Imperious him to keep him safe home, doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, not being an evil person.
Yeah, basically.
But he fights it.
Also, like, basically commands Winky to watch over him. And take care of him.
And is now his caregiver.
Which is a big key here, I think. So continue.
Winky is like his caregiver and convinces Crouch to let him do certain things. And Crouch Jr. is also fighting this curse, and he's starting to realize that he can get out of it and things like that. So then he gets to go to the World Cup, but he has to
Winky wasn't alone.
Right. So Winky wasn't actually alone. He was just in an invisibility cloak. So...
And steals Harry's wand.
Yeah. I just saw this boy's wand. Like, how would he not realize it was Harry?
Because he's still under Imperious. He had just enough of a lucid moment to recognize the wand and go, ooh.
Okay.
But not enough to really regain consciousness of his full surroundings besides, oh, there's a Quidditch game happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then this is how we find out why Winky was, like, basically windsurfing in a way. She was trying to keep Crouch Jr. from running out of the tent. And
he was told to stay with him.
Right. Like, she's attached to him. And that's why, like, she looks like she's, like, fighting something when the kids come across her. And then she gets sacked because she, obviously wasn't able to control her charge, because he sends the Death Eater's symbol into the sky with Harry's wand, and Winky gets charged with that too, or blamed for it.
And this is now the huge secret that she has been keeping in the kitchen all along.
Right. This is
why
the
she
family
wants to go back.
Right. Because she wants to be in the good graces.
She was actually taken care of. Like, she wasn't Dobby.
No. Yeah. She was
actually had a meaningful, in her eyes, meaningful job.
Yep. But I think what bothers me the most about it is that she's, like, a part of the crime in a way. Like, she knows that she's doing wrong as well, because she's like, don't tell, like, we are in trouble now. Like, you will get in trouble. You will get in trouble. And then she changes to, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. So she knows that she's doing wrong. Is there a jail for the house elves? Like... Not really.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah. And like, my question was like, what happens to Winky now? Like, obviously the son is going to go back to Azkaban, I would assume. Crouch probably is too, because I mean, he's a part of all of this. Oh, wait, he's dead. That's right. He killed his dad.
We'll come back to that in just a second. I think at this point, now that the secrets are out, Winky's been through enough. I think she will, quote unquote, happily as possible, live out her life at Hogwarts with Dobby and the rest of the house elves.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like, Dumbledore's not going to
just fire her out
or anything. Like,
yeah.
Like, he's like, you're still a, useful house elf. You're welcome to stay here. Like, your secrets aren't worth anything anymore. Who cares?
Right. Yeah.
Yep. And now we know the dustbin story from the start of the book.
The dustbins. Yep. And how he didn't want Arthur Weasley to notice. And then he Wormtail controls the dad and things like that too, and says that's how Percy is starting to get all the notes going, I'm sick and stuff like that, but these are all the things you need to be doing. And it also explains why he had lucid moments in the forest and when he didn't have lucid moments, like he thought he was just talking to Percy still, because he was still under the curse. Yep. And then we get the story of how Crumb got hit in the back and how he kills his dad and whatnot.
And then buries him.
Yeah. But as a bone.
Is somebody going to tell Hagrid?
I mean,
are we just going to let that one lie?
I kind of think this Sirius is going to go dig it up. I mean,
go play fetch with Barty Crouch.
Well, that's not necessarily. That's not what I meant. I meant as a way of being able to find him, like have Sirius like go dig him up so they can give him an actual burial, that kind of thing.
Or would he just be happy in, Hagrid's front yard?
At Hogwarts forever.
So weird.
That would be really weird.
Everything about it is weird.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is also where Winky learns that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then, with the dustbins, Dumbledore, this is really where we learned Dumbledore really didn't know. Dumbledore truly did hire Moody for 1 year to help protect against dark wizards for the tournament.
Yeah.
Because the whole dustbin thing happened long after they knew he was going back. That's why Junior went after Mad Eye.
Right. Well, and Mad Eye is basically woken up throughout the year to like help Moody understand how to fake, or how Crouch to be able to fake being Moody, and the different stories and nuances and things like that. But yeah, like this is just a crazy chapter. This was a crazy chapter.
It is a very crazy chapter. But now, what's next?
I know, right? Like,
so there are dangling things we don't know. We still don't know what the heck the twins are up to.
Yep.
Because they still have something funky going on.
For sure.
We still don't know what's happening with Rita.
Yes.
Eater, and how she's getting all of her info.
Right.
And based on all the reactions around the field, we don't know how Fudge is going to take all of this information, because he has heard nothing so far.
Right. Yep.
And we also don't know what, if anything, is going to happen to Snape and Karkaroff. We're not going back.
Yep. And we don't know what's going to happen like with Voldemort at this point either. No. Like what's...
You got 3 more books for that.
Well, yeah. But the other part of it is like, do we get to like be a part of the Cedric portion, like his parents and like what's going to happen. Cause this is, I mean, I'm sure there's more than just the 2 deaths at Hogwarts. Obviously that professor also dies, and becomes the ghost in like the first book. He passes away.
Quirrell?
Is that the professor?
He's not a ghost though. No. Who
Yeah,
died?
the professor ghost, the guy that like goes to sleep.
Binns?
And then he like comes back out as a ghost.
Die in the first book. He's been there as a ghost teaching for a long time. Professor Binns teaching magical history is a ghost when the kids start.
The boring one?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a ghost when they show up to class. They're like, all the teachers are teachers except for Binns, which is a ghost.
Oh, okay.
And he's been teaching as a ghost for like 100 years.
I must have gotten something confused then.
I mean,
anyways,
Quirrell kind of dies in the first book. Sort of.
Okay.
Ish. Yes.
Anyways. But like obviously within this group of kids and everything, they were all not super close with Cedric, but they were still friends with Cedric and the Quidditch and all of that stuff.
Yeah. So, and also now that we know like Crumb and Fleur are both kind of innocent in this whole thing. Like,
yep.
Hermione going to stay friends with him?
Right.
Is Ron going to finally work up the guts to talk to Fleur?
I don't know. I mean, we might find out. And Bagman. Like, what the heck's going on with Bagman? I swear he's a part of something.
Maybe he's part of one of the other things we were just talking about. Maybe he's been helping Rita.
Well, that's what I was thinking is from when, like, that was one of the conversation we've had when we did the Looking Glass. I don't remember what it's called. The perceive. Yeah. The one where you go into the thing.
You said it. Now I'm pensive.
We talk about that during that episode. But yeah, Bagman's into something. But yeah. Okay. Tell us about our next chapters. Because we are almost there.
The end of our sprint to the finish.
Yeah, it's the last 2 chapters. And yes. I know Thing One really wants your book.
She does. She does really want my book. It's funny to look. Let me read the chapters names and I'll show you all my markings in my book. It's funny. So chapter 36, The Parting of the Ways. And chapter 37, The Beginning.
The beginning of the end.
Of what? So yes. So every time we finish one of these, that's a book, you know, my oldest and I have read, she gets the book and she knows not to go past where we've read at. Because she could read the whole bloody thing.
Yeah.
But we have a rule. She's not allowed to go past that. So I'm laughing in my book right now that hold on, I can't get it to open. From this dog ear to this dog ear.
On the camera. Go the other way. There you go.
I'm trying to move over. There we go. Between those dog ears is what we covered tonight.
Mm-hmm.
To this next dog ear is how far I have read, because I read a little bit further.
Right, yep.
Because I could.
Yeah.
And then if I go way back to this dog ear is her dog ear of Don't Go Past. But now we read that chapter tonight. So now she needs to advance her dog ear, but she couldn't keep it tonight.
Nice.
I have all these dog ears in this book.
Right. They all have a purpose.
Everyone. But now I can undo one of them.
Right.
I'm going to do one of them. Bloop. Because I always keep it dog-eared of where we're reading between. So now my next dog ear is The Parting of the Ways.
Yeah.
And then usually I'd put a dog ear at the end of the section.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Book, so. And again, this is my like $8 Target version. So yes, I dog ear the pages. The spine looks like garbage and I write all over the inside of it.
Yep.
This is my 3rd copy of this book. The other 2 do not have dog ears and markings in them.
So there is a store that I went to in Colorado Mills, at the Colorado Mills Mall. I think I've told you about it before. It's actually Jefferson County's libraries, like donation bookstore inside of the mall. So it's literally a bookstore that helps the libraries for Jefferson County. And so any old books that no longer really get checked out and stuff like that, they actually bring them there and they try and sell them. And then people can actually donate books too and have them be sold there and whatnot. And they had almost all of the Harry Potter books.
Nice.
In hard and in soft, except for the book that we're reading right now.
Oh,
because I almost bought it, but I might go back and because I think we spent like $60 there the other day picking up books. So
goes to the library, right?
It does. It goes to all of the Jefferson County library books.
That doesn't count. That's a donation.
Libraries. Yeah, exactly. There you go. We'll call it that. But I might go back and get the other books because Water has been begging to read them. And I can't give her my Kindle because she should not see the things on my Kindle. So I might go back and actually pick those up. But yeah, I was like, they did not have 4. I was like, they had all of the rest. They even had stacks like of 2. They had 2 stacks this tall of just book 2. And I was like,
nobody wants that one.
Nobody likes it, I guess. I mean, everybody I've talked to is like, that's the worst book. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's like picking your least favorite child. Like,
yeah. For me, like a book is a book is a book. Like I don't have a lot of favorites. Like I have authors that I really love and I will read literally every single book that author does.
I have a couple of those.
Like I wouldn't be able to say one book is my favorite out of all of their books. Like it just doesn't work that way in my brain. A book is a book is a book for me.
And that's kind of same with the Harry Potter. Everyone's like, what's your favorite? What's your least favorite? Rank the 7. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I have a favorite and I have a least favorite, but that doesn't mean my least favorite is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And for me, I'm going to end up probably having to reread these anyways so that they're more like not sectioned with the chapters and everything, just kind of a little bit more straight through.
Or you just watch the movies now and don't worry about it.
Or you can just do that, I suppose. Anyways, okay. Well, if you're in the Colorado area, go to Colorado Mills Mall and check out the bookstore. They have some really cool bags. I bought a bag and she's like opening it up and she's like, just wait. And it like opens up even more. It's got like this like flat, huge bottom and it's
like a magical tent. It just keeps going.
I know, right? It was crazy. She goes, they kind of smell because they had to stay at the port for a long time because, the terrorists, we can't talk about them, but they had to stay at the port for a long time. So they smell a little bit. Just let it just air out and it'll be fine. I'm like, okay. Like I didn't smell anything weird. Like whatever, dude. It was funny. But yeah.
But also support your local libraries.
Yes, for sure. For sure. I got a lot of good books and one that you and I have actually talked about wanting to read. It's one that you specifically want to do first, I think, if I remember correctly.
I know what you're talking about.
So I did pick it up because I knew eventually we'd read it.
That one might come on the cruise with me, actually.
Yeah, well, I have it in hardback, so if it's the same book that I'm thinking of, so we'll see.
We'll find out.
Yep, exactly. Okay, well, anyways, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you next
time.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this episode. If you had fun, please follow, download, and review this podcast on your preferred listening platform.
If you're ready for the next chapter, join the spoiler-free conversation on our Facebook group. Search You Haven't Read What? The podcast.
Or on Instagram and YouTube for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great week.
And we'll catch you on the next page.